So the first thing that will help you build motivation within yourself is speaking motivational things to yourself or journaling them down, writing them down, either speaking or writing them or doing both, whichever one works best for you is great because you speak into existence. You start believing that and you start actually feeling that. Like, what is it that you want? What is motivation for you? Motivation, you might want somebody telling you that you got this. If that's what you think motivation is, start telling yourself, you got this. I get in front of the mirror and I tell myself, you got this, Liz. You are enough. You can do anything. You are trying your best. It's not really about pushing yourself like that. Like, you got this. Don't quit. Don't be a failure, because it's okay to fail. That's where you learn the most. But motivation for me is just telling myself that I am enough, that I am trying my best, that at least I ain't quitting. It doesn't matter how long it takes me to get there, what I have to do to get there, because, there's always little bumps in the road, little hiccups, things happen. That's okay. It's all a test. And are you just going to quit because of one little thing? No, you're going to find a way in order to get through. That really helped me. And I still do those things. I speak motivational things to myself every day. I used to have little post-its all over. And I really started by telling myself motivational things, because you can see motivational things online, motivational quotes, but I wanted it to come from me. I wanted it to come from here. Me really motivating myself, so I wanted my words, my thoughts, my feelings. You might feel some type of way when you're working on something and it might not go your way, or whatever the case is. You might feel like, I don't know, you lost that motivational spark, and you just see a little post-it and you read it and read it until you believe it. If that takes 20 times, read it 20 times, because you will start feeling it and it will motivate you. And it's just a reminder of why you're doing it. So you get that motivation and it just motivates you to do it, because you think, well, I've came this far. I've done all of this. Am I just really going to quit? No, like, you've done all of this. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're still there. It's the journey that counts. And with writing things down too, write down your intentions. Write down why it is that you are doing it. Write down your progress. When you look back, you'll see, wow, I really did this. I went from doing, let's say, okay, for me with the podcast, I had no idea how to start a podcast. I had this idea where I wanted to share my experiences, what I've gone through, what I've learned, my wisdom. All about self-love. I'm all about spreading awareness on self-love, because that really saved me and that changed my life for the better. If it can change mine, it can change yours, and that's really the beginning to everything, especially with the whole alcohol, with my whole alcohol problem. Self-love saved me. Self-love changed my life. Self-love is what helped me quit. So I don't want to get too into this, but that's what helped me. And I know that there's a lot of peeps struggling out there as well, whether it's with any other substance, alcohol, whatever it is. When you love yourself, you just realize those things are harming you physically, emotionally, mentally. Like, do you really want to hurt yourself? No, you want to love yourself. That was motivation for me. First it was the alcohol that I quit. It was motivation for me. If I can stop drinking, I can stop smoking. That was like my purpose of why I wanted to start the podcast. That was what motivated me. It was me, because I motivated myself and I really helped on myself. And I know that I'm capable of helping a lot of my peeps out there. I didn't know how to start a podcast. I had no idea. You guys, I had this little mini microphone. I don't know if I had a camera yet, but I had no idea. I think I did have a camera. I didn't know how to connect the mic to the camera, nothing like that, you guys. Like, even till now, when it comes to technology, I'm just like very simple. I have a very simple setup that works for me. I have some lighting, but I don't have like a studio, which, one day I would love. I don't have all this like 10 cables running around. It's just two connected that makes one. I did my research, and I didn't quit because I had this motivation in me that I wanted to help out others. I wanted to inspire others, and I wanted to get the word out there on self-love. So I was going to do anything. I had that purpose down, my intentions, and that was what motivated me. I got closer and closer. I learned about this, about that, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to quit now. It was a little bit like I just wish somebody could tell me what to do where just one video explains it all. But I had to look through a lot of YouTube videos. I went on Google. There's a YouTube channel called Think Media, and all the people that are on there that talk about media gear and stuff like that, cameras, cables, whatever, mics. I started following them on Instagram, and I just started seeing what they used, especially the videos, what they recommended. And I wasn't going to go all out, I was going to start off small. I bought a decent mic. I had a decent camera. I wasn't going to get something too over the top and expensive. And, I got it. I got it, and I still learned throughout the process, how it works, what works best, editing, what just works for me, how to export just the video or just the audio. So, just don't quit. And I was journaling down the whole process, and it just excited me even more and motivated me more to do this. And I'm like, dude, like, I learned how to do a setup. I learned how to edit, how to export, how to upload, all these things, just how to start. And I was like, wow, like I went from knowing nothing about it to learning so much about it. The motivation just keeps growing and it keeps growing. Journal your process. Write down your intentions. When you look back, you'll see how far you've came. That's the process of learning. That's the process of growing. That's the process of change that really builds motivation. Sometimes that's what you want. You just want someone to tell you what to do, how to do it, to take accountability for you. And it's like, no, you have to be accountable for yourself, for your actions. Nobody knows what you've gone through. Nobody lived the life that you are living. So they don't know exactly what you feel. Yeah, they can coach you. There's coaches out there, mentors that you learn from. They're not there to take accountability for you. They're here to help, and they're here to help take you to the next level. They're not here to babysit you. You have to put in the work. That's the thing. You think they're going to do it for you. They're not. They're teaching you. They're showing you their ways. You're going to have to put in the work to build self-motivation. You have to be there for you. You have to show up for you. Because you might want people to clap for you, to show support, show up for you. You have to do that for yourself. You can't depend on others to be there for you and clap for you. It doesn't even feel as good as you clapping for yourself. You acknowledging your work and all your effort, how far you've came. It feels so good. And it's motivating. It motivates you to try out new things, to learn new things, to take on a new task, to set a new goal.